my channel. Today's video is for class 9 and we'll discuss about very important lesson of chemistry, that is measurement of matter. In today's session we are going to discuss about certain rules and laws given by the scientist which will be usable for counting out or for measuring the laws of the chemical reactions. By using these laws, we'll try to understand how these chemical reactions are get occurred, how the compounds are get formed, that we'll see. We'll also try to check out the atom, its size and radius of atom. We'll also try to discuss about how to find out the molecular formula of a compound, and then finally we'll discuss about the valency or how to find out the valency of particular atom or the elements. So let's start with this session. As you know that the Dalton's atomic theory is that the molecules of a compound are formed by joining the different elements of a compound. In previous standards, we also have learned that the compounds are formed by chemical combination of elements. As you know, during a chemical change, the composition of substance changes. On the basis of this, the scientists Dalton, Rutherford and Thomson perform different types of experiments. While performing, they measured it accurately and the different substances get formed. These scientists also studied about the structure of substances and the atom, and by using this they form the law of chemical combinations. Now, on the basis of this law of chemical combination, it was easy for them to write down the molecular formula. Now, on the basis of this, Dalton and the law of chemical combination, now we shall here try to verify the various laws by using this concept. For this, we need conical flask, test tube, rubber cork and balanced. We also need calcium chloride solution, sodium sulfate solution. Firstly, we measure the solution of calcium chloride in a conical flask. Then we will take sodium sulfate solution in a test tube and tie a thread to it and release it in a conical flask and fit a rubber cork. Measure the reaction, and after by shaking it the flask and mix the solution. Now again we measure these weights and note down the readings as this. From the above activity we have seen that the mass of original matter and the mass of newly matter formed are same during a chemical reaction. The French scientist Antoine Lavoisier has stated from his experiment that there is no rise or drop in a matter which is formed during a chemical reaction. On the basis of this, the law was created, and the law was, in a chemical reactions, the total weight of a reactant is equal to the total weight of the product formed during a chemical reactions, and this law is called as the law of conservation of matter. The French scientist J.L. Proust has stated in his law that the proportion by the constituent elements in a various samples of a compound is fixed. For explaining this, he has taken various examples as this. Suppose we want to prepare carbon dioxide from carbon and oxygen. Then we'll take 12 gram of carbon and 32 gram of oxygen. We cannot take two electrons in any proportion we want. The proportion by weight of carbon to oxygen should be fixed, 3:8. The law states that the proportion by weight of constituent elements in a various samples of a compound is fixed. Suppose we are getting water from different sources as a product of different reactant. Still, proportion by weight of hydrogen and oxygen is 1:8. The scientists Dalton, Thomson and Rutherford has discovered through their experiments that the atom has some internal structures. These internal structure or the atom is divided into two parts, and these two parts are the nucleus and the extranuclear part. Let's discuss about these two parts. We have also learned that the center of the atom has two parts that we considered as a nucleus. In this nucleus of the atom, there are two parts, and these two parts are protons and the neutrons. And second one is the extranuclear part that we considered it as a electrons. Generally, these electrons are negatively charged particles and which always revolves in this extranuclear part. Whereas into the center of the atom, there are protons and neutrons. Protons are the positively charged, whereas the neutrons has no type of charge. But the size of the atom is determined by its radius, and this atomic radius is expressed in nanometers. The atomic size also depends on the number of electron orbit in an atom. The greater the number of orbit, the greater will be the size of the atom. So in this way, today we discuss about the various laws of chemical reactions. We also discuss about atomic size and its radius. I hope you like this video very well. Concept related to this video, the links are given below in the description box. Keep watching and stay safe. Thank you.